have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Come back.
Welcome into Titan Fieldhouse in Melbourne, Florida for the Eastern Florida Classic. I'm Ty Heckathorn. My broadcast partner today is Zachary McKenzie. If you weren't with us for the first half of this doubleheader, we just had an 82-66 final between Florida Southwestern Buccaneers over the East Georgia Bobcats. And now we have the home team and the host, the Eastern Florida Titans, taking on the Gordon State Highlanders from Georgia. Eastern Florida comes into this matchup at 8-3, averaging over 90 points a game. And going against the 4-5 Gordon State Highlanders. It's going to be an exciting matchup between these two teams. Zachary, I'm going to kick it over to you and ask about what the focal points will be for both head coaches, both Zach Farrell and then also for Gordon State, Gregory Schiffen. What are the keys to the game for both of these head coaches?
Well, Ty, for Zach Farrell for Eastern Florida, I think the key is to, once again, not get too tripped up in making too much schemes, to just keep it basic and simple. Go to your hot hand. I would say Sean Register Jr., who has scored 23 points who has scored at least 23 points in at least each of his past 6 games, the 4th highest scorer in the nation right now. Mr. Do-It-All, averages the most points on the team with rebounds. He can, and he passes too, so it's not just like only him being the focal point, but he can spread the wealth around. And as for the head coach for Gordon State, I think he can rely on his sophomore guard, Christian Barrett, who's averaging 14 points a game and leads the team in scoring and has scored double figures in every single game so far. He can maybe lean on him to get them through this tough team or this tough challenge of the Titans so far.
6'3" freshman from Windsor, Georgia.
Those are some great notes, partner, and that's going to be a lot to look out for us. Hopefully we can see all of those come to fruition and watch it all transpire in the coming moments. I'm going to start off with the starting lineups for Gordon State. Number 3, Christian Burnett. Number 4, Donovan Hand. Number 7, Jeremiah Sheely. Number 8, Giovanni Iku-Blah. And number 11, Dion Williams. And for the Eastern Florida State College Titans, their starting 5 is going to comprise of number 0, Tyson Wilson. Number 2, Jibby Lee. Number 3, Jovial Acevedo Arroyo. Number 11, Sean Register. And number 22, Lena Agablesi. Those round out the starting 5s for both teams. You already talked about who we should be on the lookout for, Zachary. Should be an entertaining matchup, 2 high-powered offenses. It will be a challenge, I imagine, for Gordon State to slow them down, but they just faced a really tough test in that loss to number 8, Chipola College, 85-75, whereas the Titans are coming off a win over Florida State College of Jacksonville, 99-85, and have won 2 in a row. We're about to get underway as we finish announcing the starting lineups here on the court. We're going to take a brief pause for our national anthem in just a moment. But thanks again for tuning in to Eastern Florida's YouTube channel to catch this men's basketball action. Have a couple of more games tomorrow as part of this Eastern Florida Classic. Ty Heckathorn, want to thank you for listening in to my partner Zakari McKenzie and I. We're getting ready to tip things off in just a moment. And since we had the national anthem before the first half of this doubleheader, we're right into things underway with the tip-off being controlled by Gordon State.
Gordon State has to get off to a fast-paced start here, Ty.
Yes, and coming off the high screen roll, almost losing it off the kick-out pass was Sheely. Another high screen, waved off up top. Separating from his man and misconnecting on the three. Burnett didn't get that one to go down. Titans first chance. Nice flip back over the shoulder. Looking, open man in the corner wanted it. Now baseline drive, swing cross court from the wing. It's good. Acevedo Arroyo knocking down the first points of the ball game. 3-0 Titans. It's the 6'4" redshirt sophomore. Gordon State will look to respond. And a foul call.
Nice start there by the Titans, like you mentioned. Arroyo knocking down the three. Got the Titans on the board early in this one.
And Agbeliz picked up the first personal foul. First foul of the game for the 6'8" forward. Inbound to the corner. Leaner, that triple is down.
Three-pointer, Christian Burnett.
Burnett.
There's
Gordon
Burnett,
State,
like I mentioned, Ty. He's going to need to do more of that if they have a chance at winning this one.
There, and Lee can't hang on to that one, so the turnover by the Titans gives it back to Gordon State, Zakari.
Yes, they have to make sure to keep the turnover numbers down and give themselves a chance in this one.
Excellent feed from Kubla. Easy two on the other end, and wasting no time driving in is Lee.
Fast-paced game we're seeing at the start here, Ty. Both teams scoring in record speed.
Yes, we are, Zakari. Well, like we said at the top of the broadcast, these are two teams that like to get out and run and score a lot of points. Titans came into this game with 999 points through their first 11 games of the season.
Very, very high-scoring team.
Seeing the pressure from the man defense, having to chuck one up. Shots off, and that's long for a shot clock violation. Sheely missing the rim entirely.
Like you mentioned, missed the rim, but for a good last-second shot attempt, it looked good as when it left his hand. Good shot attempt, at least trying to beat the buzzer there.
He got it off cleanly, indeed, so guess best he could do in a bailout attempt. Just over 2 minutes in here, partner. Be interesting to see what kind of tone that we see be set between the officials and both teams in terms of the physicality.
It's nice that you mentioned that both these teams, nice, strong, physical teams who like to maybe play inside a little bit. So it'll be good to see how the refs dictate this one.
And right on cue, we get a whistle from the refs at foul calls on number 3, Burnett. Inbound from the baselines and to Lee. Looking to get around the left side and using too much of the hands was Kubla. Giovanni Kubla is a 6'1" sophomore from Johns Creek, Georgia. Previously played with Georgia Highlands. Now in his second year. JUCO action today. A lot of talented players on both sides, Zakari.
Definitely tied. That's the thing about these games. It's a lot of talented players, a lot of talented players we're going to see from this one.
And speaking of talented players, as that tree tickles the twine from Sean Register Jr., 6-foot freshman forward, maybe the most talented player on the floor. Keep a close eye on him today, folks. Nice spin move, doubling back, hitting his man up in the air, not getting the roll. But excellent footwork.
Ty, that is a lost art in the game of basketball right there. The patience to get your man off his feet, stay poised, wait for him to come down, and kind of go up. Either you're going to get a free shot or a foul. Works out in the favor of Donovan Hand.
Yes, and best case scenario would have been an and one opportunity, but still 2 foul shots coming up for Donovan Hand. Misses on the first.
75% free throw shooter on the season, Donovan Hand.
It's pretty good for a team that shoots just over 71% collectively. It's 8-5 in favor of the Titans. But after hitting the second half of the pair, Highlanders within 2. Drive, dump off. Nice job moving underneath the basket. Ogo getting the right hand finish.
And Ty, on his profile, it just says 6'9", but he looks like a tall 6'9", and he's definitely using his height to his advantage in this one so far.
Yes, one of the couple Canadians on this roster from Calgary, the redshirt sophomore. It's a big physical presence for the Titans down low. Now, transition opportunity, nice bounce pass. Once again, fed over to Ogo. Can't connect that time, but that's because he was contacted. Foul will send him to the line.
Ebi Ogo, like you mentioned, foul sent to the 83% free throw shooter for Ogo.
And Jeremiah Shealy picks up the foul. 3rd team foul already for Gordon State. Just over 3.5 minutes into this first half. Ogo's first of a pair goes down.
Averages 9 points per game on the season. He shoots the highest field goal percentage from anyone on the team at 71%. Very accurate player, Ebi Ogo.
And there, loose ball. Possession is going to remain with the Titans. Entry to Ogo. Kick it back to the corner. Drive right. Mid-range pull-up. Too strong off the back iron. Wrestling around for it. Gordon State comes away with it.
Credit to Ebi Ogo. They're fighting for the rebound down low. Didn't manage to get it, but it's that nice presence as he has to set on the offensive board.
Yeah, love to see the active hands underneath the basket, fighting for every loose ball. Shealy's shot from the left baseline, too strong. Now Titans with numbers in transition. The flip up and in for Lee. Looking to take the charge down there was Ikubla, but no call. 13-6 Titans in the early going.
And that was a good lob pass there by the assist leader on the team, Tyson Wilson. To not be selfish and take the layup himself, but to dump it off the lead.
Definitely the right play there, Zakari, when you have the 2-on-1. Now, a little half spin fake. Too strong on the hook from Hand. And turnover by the Titans. A couple times we've seen them early, Zakari, be a little sloppy with the basketball. Got to be careful.
Yes, Ty, like you mentioned, for a team that likes to run out in transition, when you try to get out in transition, sometimes you may just see a window open and it closes quite instantly, so you have to be careful on that.
Yes. Now, trying to set up Chauncey Williams there was Christian Burnett, but didn't get through. He got it back and finished. Register on the other end with the deuce for the Titans.
Nice touch on the glass with his left hand. After all these games watching him, Ty, I still don't know what is his actual dominant hand.
Well, and that is one of the biggest compliments you can give a scorer in the game of basketball, to be versatile enough to have it not matter. Great deflection with the hands up by Ogo. Corner tray, buries it. Kubla knocking it down.
Good shot by Kubla. Like we mentioned, 40% three-point shooter on the season.
Lee with the quick trigger. Doesn't connect on his as that goes out of bounds. 15-11. We're going to take our first break in the action. 14:23 remaining in the half. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hello, friends. You know that you can count on WEFS-TV to provide programs that inform, inspire, and connect you with your community. But we can't do this alone. If you value independent, local, public television, please consider making a donation to WEFS-TV today. Every donation makes a difference, regardless of the size. Visit WEFSTV.org and click on the Donate button to make your donation. Thank you for supporting WEFS-TV, your community public television station.
All right, resuming action, Zakari. Opening minutes, I want to ask you just exactly what is the main takeaways? We see a tightly contested matchup in the first handful of minutes of this game.
The main takeaway is the Eastern Florida Titans maybe not going, I wouldn't say directly to Sean Register, but instead abusing the mismatch Ebi Ogo has down low and feeding him the ball so far and trying to get their easy baskets as they come to him, not trying to force anything.
That's a good point. The size advantage does seem to be in favor of the Titans. Nice drive, the right hand finish, doesn't connect. The putback plus the foul. Great job crashing the offensive boards there from Donovan Hand.
And Ty, there was a lot to like on that play. Like you mentioned, Donovan Hand crashing the board. Although he's only 6'7", one of the tallest players on the team, he averages the most rebounds on the team with 9. And you see he went up there, ferociously grabbed the rebound, and then went up strong, not worried about Ebi Ogo down low.
Well, then no surprise him getting involved there. Converts on the N1 opportunity, and we have a tie ball game, Zakari. I beg your pardon, still 1-point lead for the Titans, 15-14. Nice drive, too strong on the finish, and last touch by Ogo, out of bounds to the Highlanders.
Tough drive by Arroyo, not being scared of contact, went up on 3 people. Nice to see.
Coming out of that timeout, Zakari, I want to ask for Gordon State, as they have the ball right now, what do you think Greg Schieffen's message was to the team in the early going here?
Like I mentioned, I think it's all just talks about the big man down low. Get a body on him, don't allow offensive rebounds, don't allow easy shots for him, and then we're going to see how the Titans kind of react based off that. But so far, offensively, keep doing what you're doing. We're in this. We have a chance to take the lead right now, so keep it up. But defensively, definitely put more pressure on Ogo.
Well, and we'll see if they do that. They've done a good job of drawing fouls and getting to the line, as Kubla is going to take a pair of free throws. Sinks the first. He was just 2 of 5 from the charity stripe coming into tonight. But with that one, brings this game level at the 13:35 mark. Scintillating action in the opening minutes. Baskets being made on both ends. We've got some high flyers and some very fast and athletic players that have been demonstrating their abilities on the court early on. It's been fun to watch. After substitutions on both sides, we'll see what adjustments are made here. With the ball, this is Javon Yapi. Acevedo Arroyo gives it back to Yapi. Nice cut. Register getting behind his man and ducking in for the 2.
And Ty, he likes to score quiet buckets. He doesn't score a loud 25, because, like we mentioned, he averages 25, but it isn't usually loud. It's those nice quick buckets that you don't really see, and it just piles up and piles up and piles up, and by the time you look, he has about 30.
Well, and Yippee picking up a quick foul after coming into the game. It's going to be the 5th team foul on the Titans, but I don't know how you put up a quiet 25, Zakari, as I try to lower my voice at the ball at the foul line right now, but 25 points, that's 4th most in the country.
Ty, it's some games it's quiet, some games it's loud. But what I'm saying, it's so quick. It's not like, I'm trying to draw an example, maybe like Allen Iverson, who would ISO the entire play, or you would see maybe in the game of 25, 28 shots. His points come off quick dump-offs, quick backdoor cuts. And then if he needs to ISO and maybe take control of the game, then he can.
Well, fair enough. That's a good point, partner. Chauncey Williams just splits a pair, making it 17 all. If he coming around the screen, give it a register. Looking for the entry into the post. Nice back down. And underhand finish. Aguilez with deuce. Now quick response. Gordon State's Oki passed up on the three-point opportunity, and now being stripped of the ball. Here come the Titans. They have 5-on-2. Kick out. Yapie passes on the shot. Picks it up and down with the ball. Nobody seemed to want to attack or take the shot there. Acevedo Arroyo's travel means a turnover by the Titans.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Ty. Number 1, Nick Oliver was clapping for his hands in the corner. He wanted to take that shot. Just didn't receive the ball there.
Now, a bit tentative at the moment, whether it's from the outside or on the drive and kick. Here coming around and kicking out to the corner. Another drive, losing it, and that's going to be last touch by the Highlanders, so Titans ball.
Good defense by the Titans, Ty, and that's one thing as a head coach you would love about your team. Like you mentioned, not only is this a high-scoring team that knows how to put up points and run in transition, they also focus on the defensive end.
And you like to see the help defense, as if a guy gets beat cutting into the lane, you want to see help defense come over to support. Nice drive by Yapie. A 6'1" freshman guard from Las Vegas with those 2 points on board. Another substitution ready to check in for the Titans at the next break of action. Here, Gordon State working the high screen and roll from the top. Acevedo Arroyo is going to pick up the foul on the floor. That just the 6th team foul, so this will be a side out of bounds. We're not into the bonus just yet.
Titans picking up a lot of fouls in this first half. Like you mentioned, 6 fouls, completely doubles the amount that Gordon State has.
And for substitutions, out goes Oliver and Acevedo Arroyo. In comes Lee and Wilson back into the game.
Media timeout.
Well, before we resume, we're going to take another media timeout with the game 21-17, Eastern Florida on top of Gordon State. We'll be back in 30. And the horn sounds. Team still wrapping up in the huddles. Coaches have messages for their players. We hope that this one's thrilling and down to the wire, because it's been a fun back and forth contest so far. Zakari, coming out of this break, you and I were just trying to see if there was anything key, like differentially kind of just pulling these teams in one direction or the other. What's going to allow one to break away? What is it that you think for the Titans they can do to be able to extend this small lead they have at the moment?
Abuse their mismatches like they were doing at the start of the game. I know he's not in right now, but Ebiogo, the tallest person would be the tallest person on the floor anytime he's on the floor at 6'9". So just continue to get easy baskets, find a way to get there, and control your hands on defense. Don't foul as much as we just saw.
Right on cue. You timed that up perfectly, didn't you? As Wilson, I think, is going to pick up foul for swiping down with the hand.
It's my specialty, Ty. It's my specialty.
Well, tremendous work, partner. We're going to get 2 more free throws out of Chauncey Williams right now. That was already the 7th team foul with over 11:20 to go in this first half.
But yes, Ty, if you're the head coach, you preach and teach physical defense, but now is maybe time, I wouldn't say tone it down, but just tell your guys, keep their hands in their pockets in terms of steals and go straight up on block attempts instead of swiping for the ball.
Well, tough to do in the moment, and everybody's moving around as quickly as they are. Like I said, very athletic players on both sides. Zach Farrell, the first-year head coach for the Titans, he's got his work cut out for him. He's going to need the guys to stay disciplined with the early foul trouble. Nice pass, Register, he goes up strong and gets to two through a double team. Nice finish, Sean Register Jr. He's a 6'7" freshman from Cleveland, Ohio, out of Eastlake North High School. Now baseline J is good for Gordon State. That's Christian Burnett.
Trading baskets here are both teams.
Yippee with a nice behind-the-back dribble, has it swatted out to the three-point line after the excellent job getting past his man. Lee's three is off the mark. Register crashing the boards, tips it. Aguilis can't get the finish. Gordon State finally now with the defensive board.
A lot to like from that possession from both teams. Good defensive consistency by Gordon State to make every single shot challenging, but good tenacity by the Titans to keep the ball in that possession and get 3 shot attempts up.
Hanging tough, but like to see the tenacity on both sides. Now, tough finish, a putback slam from Williams. Wow. Initial layup attempt too strong. Throwing it down with the right hand as it ricocheted off the glass.
Ty, that is a freak athlete right there.
Tremendous play, and now looking to meet his man in the air. Can't do it cleanly. He gets tangled up with Aguilis on the other end.
Ty, that is the definition of doing it on both ends. I don't know if you remember, but he was the one who originally blocked Javon Yappy's layup attempt and then a putback attempt on the other end. Good athletic play there from number 5, Chauncey Williams.
Yes, very busy on both ends of the floor. First foul shot coming up short for Aguilis. Going to get a substitution as Yappy comes out for Acevedo Arroyo. And then substituting back into the game, Jeremiah Shealy for Gordon State out there with Dion Williams, Chauncey Williams, Oki, and Burnett. Tie game, 24 all this first half. 9:54 mark. Talked about the foul trouble that's going to have to be managed for Zach Farrell's Eastern Florida Titans. But if you're Greg Schiefen and the Highlanders, are you content with just trailing by 1 at this point in the game from what you've seen out of your guys? It seems like they have the momentum at the moment.
Overall, no, Ty. Yes, I'm content with this because I wouldn't say they're not even shooting good, but they're doing everything they need, maybe I would say, to set them up later in the game. Getting the team in foul trouble. That's definitely going to pay off eventually. You're going to see it pay off with depth changes and lineup changes in this one.
Pulling up from deep. Short iron. Now looking to work it up ahead was registered. Content to just give it to Wilson. Down and low, I believe. Tip a few times. Finally, Chauncey Williams grabs the board. Taking a while for Gordon State to secure it on the glass, but Burnett eventually gets a 2 on the other end.
Good patience there by Burnett to get his man in there and then go.
Wilson's runner rolls around and out. Now Shealy on the other side. He's had a man cutting in behind the defense was Oki, but intent to settle it down, let the Highlanders get into an offensive set. Coming around the screen. Now corner triple from Williams. Short. Wilson now. Nice look away find. Sean Register throwing it down with 2 hands for safety.
And he was so high, I don't even know if he needed safety there, Ty, but he took it anyways.
He had time. Nice cut. Fine assist. We're going to have this Gordon State timeout. Still a 1-point game. Be back after this break.
Eastern Florida State College has a 2-year aerospace technology degree. We are the only school in the state of Florida that offers this degree. The program is taught by industry professionals. All of the instructors are currently employed or previously employed at NASA. The program manager was part of NASA for 35 years. So you're not getting just somebody that has a degree that's teaching you stuff about aerospace. You're learning from people that actually worked in the aerospace field or currently working in the aerospace field.
Gordon State inbounding here. Back into the game for the Highlanders is Donovan Hand. Seeing a lot of physicality from both sides already, Zakaria. These guys are bumping down low and around the perimeter.
Yeah, very aggressive defense there from the Titans and Gordon State.
In the passing lane, attacking, and that's going to go off the foot of Acevedo Arroyo. So last off the Titans, it's Highlanders ball. Subbing back into the game for them is Akubla for Burnett.
We mentioned at the start of the game that this Gordon State team only lost by 10 to a ranked team last week. You mentioned that. And I'm definitely starting to see why. They play very physical, very attacking. They play good defense, and they know how to draw fouls. Good characteristics of nice teams.
Nice catch on the inbound from Hand. Now the drive, lefty finish is in for Williams. That's the sophomore Dion Williams, 6'4" guard from Conyers, Georgia. It's a Rockdale County High School. He puts the Highlanders on top, 27-26. Swinging around the outside, Titans simply losing control of it. There was Acevedo Arroyo.
Media timeout.
Just moving a little too quickly there with his feet before he had the ball secured. 7:49, another quick break in the action. We'll be right back. All right, seeing the lead change now here. Gordon State led by second-year man Greg Schiefen, man who previously took Chippewa College to a state title and a spot in the national tournament. Has his team looking to build after a 4-5 start to the season. Plenty of ways to go for them. Solid team out of Georgia coming down here for the Eastern Florida Classic and going against an 8-3 Titans squad. It has been a lot of fun early. We've seen some full court pressure. Be interesting to see, Zakari, how the defensive intensity, if it can uphold, as both teams are still beating that pressure, driving inside and getting some easy buckets.
Yes, Ty, as you was talking about the resume of the Gordon State coach, leading a team to a spot in the state title, that's a big deal. So definitely he knows how to coach. He knows to make adjustments. He knows what he's doing.
That's a good coach. And there's going to be a foul call on Lee. And with that being the 8th team foul on the Titans, that is going to send Ikubla to the free throw line.
This really puts the Titans in a tough spot now, Ty. It begs the question, do we continue to play very physical, in-your-face defense, or do we kind of let up a little as we consider it's starting to get us in foul trouble?
Well, the rate in which they're picking up the fouls has slowed down a bit, but still that one-on-one opportunity and able to convert both for Ikubla extends the Highlanders' advantage. Up by 3 now as Wilson brings it up for the Titans. Swinging around, looks to enter down low to the man you've been talking a lot about, Ogo. Drive, nice up and under. Can't convert. Ogo fighting hard for the rebound, but Dion Williams comes away with it for the Highlanders.
Just couldn't get that one, but there you go. I probably mentioned that may have been something Gordon State was talking about. Fighting Ogo for the offensive rebound. Don't just let him get it. If he's going to get it, at least make it hard for him.
Nearly jumping the passing lane there was Lee. Left-hand finish, too strong. Titans away with the rebound and numbers. Acevedo Arroyo tumbles into Dion Williams down the lane as he gets tripped up by Sheely.
Fouls on number 8, Giovanni.
Foul call was on the floor, so it's going to be a baseline out of bounds for the Titans. Lee will check out of the game. Back in is Yapi. And Oki coming out for the Highlanders. Back into the action.
Well, Ty, at the start, we talked about how the refs may handle this very physical game.
His second, team 6.
And inbound pass to Acevedo Arroyo. Hand off to Wilson, drives left down in the middle of the lane. Back out to register. Wilson now from outside, well short. Dion Williams wrestles away, another rebound. Good hands in securing the glass for the Highlanders. Donovan Hand now looking to do something, loses it. Shealy swatted. Tremendous defensive play from Tyson Wilson. Shealy now going to have to hoist something up. He'll pass it. Dion Williams contested short on the 3. And now the loose ball. That's going to touch Yapi while he was out of bounds. And a little bit of...
Head referee says it
wasn't a matter of out of bounds call, but yeah, the foul call on Kubla.
Ty, talk about that defensive possession there from the Titans. That's exactly what you want to see. But even better from your point guard, Nick Oliver. Great defense there to get blocks. Great closeout. It was a good overall defensive possession from the Titans to force a terrible shot at the shot clock.
Yapi's front half of the 1-and-1 is good. Get the second attempt coming up. Zakari, absolutely right. The hustle, just getting out to your men on the perimeter and contesting shots repeatedly. Evident of a strong defensive possession. Both free throws are good for the Titans. 29-28 as we get into the final 6 minutes of the first half. Coming around the high screen, Burnett feeds. A couple of Highlanders down low. Confusion as to who the pass was to. Register is going to come away with a rebound. Oh, cross court, telegraphed pass. Williams has it. The drive almost came to a hop step out of control and traveled. Didn't. Last touched as it's deflected by the Titans.
You're correct, Ty. A bit of miscommunication there by Sean Register and his teammate. Kind of threw a turnover, but good transition defense by him, not going off his feet, staying planted, staying disciplined, and good transition stop.
It's just something, too, partner, that if the defense is reading you, looking at your man cross court for too long, they will jump that passing lane, especially when you're passing from a distance. Seeing a bit of chippiness there underneath from Dion Williams and Ebi Ogo.
They're fighting in this one, Ty. Both teams really want this victory, or really at least want to give themselves some space. Been a 1-2 possession game, feels like throughout this entire first half.
Certainly, partner. Neither team been able to establish some breathing room for themselves. Nice moves by Yapi, but Shealy doing a good job sticking to him. Outside shot is buried from Nick Oliver. The 6'5 freshman guard connects on that triple from Rock Top Academy in Atlanta, Georgia.
And that was a beautiful jab step there, maybe to check and see how his man was going to react. He saw he didn't step up, just decided to bury that one.
And gives EFSC the lead back. Now a nice feed down low, cutting baseline with Shealy and getting the feed from Burnett. Tied back at 31. Titans setting it up, step back. Yapi has all day to fire. It rattles around and in.
Thought about that one for a little while. No Highlander defender stepped up, so he just decided to pull it.
Now Burnett backed away from him, give him the space. Nice cross-court pass whipped over to Dion Williams. He's too strong, but he gets it back. Offensive board. Feed over to the other Williams. That's Chauncey who gets fouled on the way up.
Another foul for the Titans here, Ty.
Fouls on number 1, Nick Oliver, his third, team's 9.
And Nick Oliver with 3 personal fouls now. It's going to be something for Zach Farrell to manage from his freshman guard the rest of the way.
Yes, Ty, this is where having a deep bench and some good bench depth comes into play. When you're almost in foul trouble just in the first half alone.
Well, either team definitely has the talent to go deep into that bench if they need be. An efficient foul shooter in Chauncey Williams hits both of his foul shots, so entering the game at about 85% on the season, looking to continue being one of the leading men on the team in that regard. Nice poke away from Burnett, creates the turnover. Now Dion Williams tries for the big jam and comes up empty. Other end, Acevedo Arroyo has it stopped. First time the block was clean from Chauncey Williams. The second one from Dion Williams. Foul on Ogo. Oh my goodness, what a sequence.
Ty, we're gonna break that down from the first play. As a coach, you hate to see that. Instead of going for the dunk, just take the easy layup. Arroyo, talking to the referee, maybe thought that was a goaltending call there, and Ogo has to hit that standing dunk.
Well, he certainly would have liked to have it, but he'll have another chance when we come back after this short media timeout.
There's a lot of things you're good at. So what do you like to do that you want to do for the rest of your life?
And get paid.
At Eastern Florida State College, there's so many choices. With more than 100 career and technical programs to choose from, like aerospace and engineering technologies, aviation, welding, public safety, and more. There's definitely one you'll be good at. Learn at your own pace, in person, online, day or night.
What are you good at?
So come on, let's get started.
Yeah, we were just talking about it before this media timeout. Zachary, that sequence of events that unfolded between the missed jam and then the block attempt on the other end on Acevedo Arroyo's layup, Ogo going up for a putback, and not quite a clean swat from Dion Williams, but an excellent effort to get up and contest the 6'9" big man. I mean, pretty impressive from a 6'4" guard to elevate and almost get a second clean swat on the defensive end for the Highlanders. Ogo now shooting a pair.
Ty. As defensive teachers would say, most of the defense isn't really about ability or maybe the size of your player. It's more about effort. Once you put in effort on the defensive end, you'll see good results.
Yes, an effort under control. First foul shot is good, and the second is as well for the almost 83% foul shooter of Ogo.
That's
solid.
That's another good thing, Ty. You love when your center or your big man is at least good at shooting free throws. 83% is amazing at the line.
Yes, especially when he's an active big man inside, fighting on the low block. Dion Williams hitting the triple from the corner. Seen a lot of shots buried from beyond the arc in this first half. It's made for an exciting game. 36 all, over 3 minutes left in the half. Thinking about that one, getting bumped was Acevedo Arroyo.
Good pump fake. The good shooting so far by Arroyo got his man in the air, allowed him to draw the blocking foul.
Yes, and Shealy picked up his third foul. Gordon State also over the limit, so at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. First, Shealy subbing out into the game. Number 12, John Estime.
Yeah, we have LeBron James there wiping up the floor.
We certainly appreciate him taking the time out of a busy Lakers schedule to come here and wipe up the sweat in the lane. Acevedo Arroyo misses on the front half. Lane violation going to be called on Burnett, awarding a second chance for Acevedo Arroyo. Well, we're just talking about effort and discipline or being under control. Burnett awarding a bonus shot from the charity stripe for number 3.
That's the 50-50 balance by a tie. As a coach, you love the fact that he's hustling to try to get the board off the free throw.
And this time it goes down, and everybody, with that being the second free throw, forgot that that's just the front half of the 1-and-1. So Acevedo Arroyo still with one more to go after he got that first one down, and we have to correct our scoreboard. Titans up by 1 at the moment. Sinks both. And Eastern Florida wasting no time alerting the scorers table on the little accounting error. So get that sorted. 3 minutes remaining. Burnett looking to make amends for the foul call he had. Chucks up a 3, comes up empty.
Looks like that one may have been blocked or something.
This time, that one's down in the corner. Lee for the Titans.
So I don't know if you noticed, but that was a good job by Jibby Lee by staying hot and ready. He was in that corner at least a minute or 2 before he received the ball.
Offensive rebound chance for Burnett, and he is fouled. So he's going to go to the line for 2 now. And that
Fouls on number 2, Jimmy Lee, his second.
10th team foul for the Titans.
Very high fouling game here, Ty. Both teams almost upwards of about 10 fouls. The second half is going to be interesting as to who gets maybe more minutes than the regulars, because one of the regulars maybe has a lot more fouls than they normally would have.
That's for sure, Zakari. As we see now the accurate score represented on our scoreboards here. 41-37 Titans. The second half of Burnett's coming up. Some of the impact players hoping to not leave this game due to that foul trouble you were just mentioning. Burnett hits the second of 2. 3-point game. 2.5 minutes to go in this very exciting, fast-paced first half. Back and forth it's gone. Neither team able to build a double-digit advantage or even really close to it. 3 ball from Acevedo Arroyo. Too strong. And a foul called on the floor.
Arroyo kind of short-armed it, didn't really get the flick of the wrist. Probably noticed it was too strong, tried to make the adjustment later in the shot.
And that loose ball foul, I believe, called on Donovan Hand. So that sends Ogo back to the line. Once again, both teams in the double bonus. Not able to get the shooter's roll that time as Ogo coming up empty.
Ebi Ogo, Ty, he's very business-oriented and plans to start a business after he graduates. We mentioned this almost on the ride here. Very interesting to see tall athletic players go into, I wouldn't say roles of business, but those high, what's the word I'm trying to use?
Well,
high economic roles, you know what I mean?
Yeah, high impact. Oh my goodness. Going up for the alley-oop. Chauncey Williams can't flush it down. Thankfully coming down all right as he had a hold of the rim, getting contacted from underneath. It lands all right. That foul.
Chauncey Williams to the line.
Ty, we're talking about high impact roles. He almost took the roof off this building with a high impact play. Chauncey Williams. I'm telling you, that's the freak athlete right there.
Between his length and athleticism, a lot of potential in that player right there. Gets the friendly roll off the front iron. And Chauncey Williams, who's averaging over 10 points a game for the Highlanders so far this year. We've seen make phenomenal plays on both ends of the court early.
An 85% free throw shooter on the season. That's the thing. Both of these teams are very good free throw shooting teams, and they're going to the line a lot in this first half.
Well, all the more important it will be for them to continue shooting at a high rate as we get into the second half. Wilson now makes a move, drives right, dump off pass to Ogo, and he gets hit. That's going to be Burnett, I believe, on this foul. Ogo back to the line where he's been a busy man. You were talking about his business aspirations after, but Burnett picking up another foul. Be interesting to see. Sheafin doesn't seem like he's going to make a move for a substitution.
But Ty, talk about, like we mentioned before, Tyson Wilson, assist leader on the team. He's a great point guard because he could have swung the ball to the corner there, but saw the defender closing out, decided against it, beat his man on the dribble, drove, gave a nice dump-off pass to Ebi Ogo. Sees he's been hot all day for the free baskets.
Absolutely. He's been making the right reads. David Andino just checked into the game, a redshirt freshman guard for the Titans. Ogo converts on the second of his 2 foul shots, and now will go to the bench. Coming on is Aguilis instead of him. Swapping out one Canadian for another. Titans 3-point advantage in the final 140 of this first half. Wilson pressing up on Burnett. There's an Estime on the other end for the Highlanders. Drives right, nearly loses it, swings, and out of control with his footwork. That's going to be a traveling violation.
I was going to say, I think he meant to push the ball forward so he can regain it, get his stance and balance back, but he kept walking backwards as he was trying to catch his balance. Ref saw it, called a travel.
Just a bit out of sorts there, and Dino checks right back out, and Yapi in place of him. Wilson, you were just talking about fine assist man. This time looking to score for himself. Underhanded right floater off the spin move.
Sean C. Williams has about 2 or 3 blocks in this one side. Almost been a hindrance or an annoyance for the Titans on the defensive end all night.
Oh my gosh, it seems like he's everywhere. Oh, Burnett with the bounce pass from the deck. He slid onto his backside. Oh, baby! How about that jam from Donovan Hand? Throw it down, young man. Excellent. That's a guy with a plan when he gets the ball sent his way. Send it through with authority, big fella.
He went high for that, ignoring Sean Register there and just went up with one. Now Sean Register get a little bit of revenge there.
Oh, right place, right time for Sean Register. Once again, 4th in scoring in the nation at about 25 points a game, leading the FCS AA. Swing outside, Chauncey Williams. Short, Wilson up ahead. Has his man for the easy 2. Register racking up some of these quiet buckets you were talking about, Zakari. 47-42 Titans in the last 20 seconds now.
Ty Register has about 12, 14 points, and as I mentioned, almost none of them came off ISO ball, just straight backdoor cuts and transition defense and transition offense.
Wilson gambling there, letting his man get past him. Burnett loses it on the way up. Hand going to be fouled. A lot of contact on his way up, trying to push that one in from the paint.
Ty, I was just going to say, you can even see Zach Farrell upset at that. There was multiple occasions where Titans defenders were in there, swinging their hand, jumping. When you're in foul trouble already, you have this much fouls and a half. You can't be swinging, jumping like that. You have to be disciplined on defense.
Absolutely, but in the closing seconds, the energy and the excitement building. It's a ball swinging back and forth down the floor quickly. Each team fighting to just get one last bucket. Free throw opportunities here for Hand. He sinks the first. Perhaps one last time in the half. Yapi and Oliver checking in. And Aguilis and Andino heading to the bench for the Titans.
You're right about the excitement and the adrenaline almost making you want to swing your hands. That's where, like we mentioned, the discipline comes into play, because if it was me, Ty, I would already fouled out by now. I'm swinging my hand at every single shot attempt.
Yes, you've got to maintain your composure, and this timeout coming after the inbound, so interesting there because that took a little bit of time off the clock. We're going to have 4.6 seconds when we come back for the end of the first half right after this. And with less than 5 seconds remaining in this first half, it's a 3-point ball game here at Titan Fieldhouse. The home side, Eastern Florida, on top of Gordon State, 47-44. One final shot opportunity, last possession here as we get the clock reset. Titan's going to have to inbound it from the backcourt. Gordon State playing up to their man. not wanting to make it easy for the Titans to bring it up in these last 6 seconds that we now see up on the clock. Underneath the basket to inbound is Oliver. He has Yapi, Wilson, Register, and Acevedo Arroyo down court.
Highlanders just have to prevent any quick basket by the Titans. Do not want them to go in with momentum.
Here's the inbound to Wilson. Behind the back dribble. He fires up a three off the mark. Offensive rebound, not in time, as Oliver tried to run over and fling it back at the basket midair. So that's our first half. 47-44, Titans on top of Gordon State. Zakari, we've said it multiple times, but once again, just want to reiterate that this has been a tight contest, a lot of exciting. We've seen some incredible plays, whether it's coming from Chauncey Williams or from Sean Register. High-flying action, excellent defensive stops, and some jams. What has been your standout moment of the first half?
Well, Ty, I know you know my personal feelings about baseball, but I'm going to use a reference here. I'm going to throw you a little bit for a curveball. You may be expecting me to say Sean Register Jr., but I think it was the performance of Ebi Ogo. He really set the tone at the start of the game. He almost said it as this is going to be a high-scoring, very accurate game. We're not going to come out here, shoot a lot of threes. We're going to try and get the easy baskets. And I think he has set the tone more on the offensive end and down low, especially with the free throws, knowing it's a foul-heavy game. I think he's been the standout performer for me so far.
I can appreciate that, yeah, pointing out the consistent play of the big man down low. Certainly a key factor. Be interesting to see if either side can build a sizable lead at any point in this second half. But after our first half action, 47-44, we'll be back. Stay tuned for Titans Sports Time with Brody Kelly, the sophomore pitcher for the Titans baseball team.
Titans Sports Time, hosted by Mike Parsons.
Welcome to Titan Sports Time. I'm Mike Parsons, Director of Athletic Communications at Eastern Florida State College, and today I'm joined by baseball pitcher Brody Kelly. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Well, Brody, big news a couple weeks ago. You're signing with the University of Miami, starting a real pipeline of pitchers going to the University of Miami. Why did you choose the university?
It's definitely pretty cool. Definitely like a lifelong dream of me wanting to go play like at a big university and stuff, and just seeing the history of the Walters brothers, obviously, going there and stuff. They've done big things, so kind of want to be able to follow after them. And they're both playing pro ball now, so definitely want to follow in those steps. So.
Yeah, so for you, those that don't know in baseball, Andrew Walters went first to Miami, and now he's playing professionally. Brian Walters followed him. He went to Miami, and now he's playing professionally. And no pressure, but now you're going to Miami next year.
I got some big shoes to fill.
So kind of talk about your fall season. I know I saw you throw during pro day. You look like you're throwing pretty well right now.
Yeah, no, it was definitely good. Had a good showing in Auburndale, our first like showcase event of the year. So I started talking to some schools from that and stuff, but it's been a pretty smooth fall for me. I mean, those few weeks whenever like after Auburndale was pretty busy with a bunch of stuff, but it's kind of settled down now and got a home for next year, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah, so now you can kind of concentrate on just pitching and doing well for us.
Yeah, for sure.
How big was that for you? Did you want to get it out of the way, or you just wanted to find the right home?
I didn't even know. Like, I didn't really have a timeline. Like, I told that to a lot of people, but it was just like I went there, and it's just like when you know, you want to go there, and you can't really pass it up. So it's kind of just how it went.
And you've been a Miami fan, so that made it doubly for you.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty cool, definitely.
So kind of talk about this team this year. What are fans going to expect to see this year?
I mean, we definitely got a lot of guys. I feel like from the pitching side, there's a lot of younger guys, but whenever it comes to like position players and offensively, it's nice to have a lot of like older guys. We got to get them on a bounce backs and stuff. So I think they're going to be really big for us, like setting an example for like the younger guys and stuff. But I'm really looking forward to it. We got an exciting group.
Talk about that. I mean, last year you pitched in the bullpen and started, so you did a little bit of both.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you bring that experience into this year for yourself and also to bring the freshmen along?
It's definitely cool having a good role last year because I learned a lot, and I like that I'm able to put that upon the freshmen and like show them what I've learned and hopefully help them develop. So it's pretty cool being like a leader like that.
And what did you kind of take from it? Because it was probably frustrating at times because you started some and then you were in the bullpen some, so it's different roles.
Yeah, no, at the beginning of the year, last year, I was starting for a while, and then we just kind of had some struggles in the bullpen. So coach asked me if I'd be able to step into that role, and I told him I'm fine for whatever. So it's definitely cool, like being in both situations, though, just like knowing both sides. So I mean, it was definitely cool learning all that.
And now coming into this year, we won't say ace, but as one of the top starters, like how does your mindset change as now you know your role is going to be one of the top starters here?
It doesn't really change much. You just got to go. You just got to trust your stuff and go about your business and just compete.
And when did you start playing baseball?
I've been playing baseball my whole life, just probably like 7 years old, just all that. And I didn't even know what was going to come out of it, honestly. I just kept playing and just like love for the game and stuff kind of just all worked out.
So start T-ball or was it?
Yeah, T-ball, probably 6 or 7 years old, so yeah.
And was it you? I mean, was it you just always saying, or did somebody kind of say, let's start playing baseball? I mean, was it?
Yeah, I mean, I played like a bunch of sports growing up, like obviously play soccer, play baseball and all that, and I loved baseball. I just wanted to stick with that, and yeah, it worked out, so.
For sure.
Definitely.
Talk a little bit about the spring season right around the corner. What are you doing now to kind of get yourself ready for that spring?
Right now we're kind of in a weird spot. We're going home for winter break and stuff. So winter break's huge. It's kind of like a make or break for your season. You can either go home and be lazy and come back behind, or you can go home and get after it and take another step ahead. So it's definitely it comes up on you fast though. Like you can't just sit around and do nothing. So I'm ready to have some time off, go home and get to work, and come back for a good season. So.
And I know this answer, but so 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. What are you going to? What's the pitch?
Fastball, man.
I knew it.
Right to it.
High, low, doesn't matter. Depends on the hitter.
Let it rip. Let it eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah,
today.
for sure. Appreciate you.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on Titan Sports Time.
My name is Haley Overdorf, and I'm a citizen scholar. My major is elementary education. My freshman year of college, I started volunteering in all the elementary schools. In our education classes, our professors tell us a lot about the service learning, and we actually have to get hours for class. I do my volunteer hours through Brevard Public Schools, and I spend a lot of my time at Endeavor Elementary, which is in Cocoa. I love to help the kids. I've always loved to be around kids, and seeing them excited to have me there and seeing how much they've grown, it's really made a big impact on me and definitely has made me realize that I do want to be a teacher for sure. The importance of volunteering is really making an impact on others' lives. A lot of the students that I volunteer with, I can see a big impact on their learning. So it's really cool to see them grow. The volunteering now is going to help me because I've gained the experience of being in the classroom. So I feel like I have a good understanding of like how to help the kids better and better classroom management skills for the future. I've talked to some people that they're actually interested in volunteering in the schools now because I've told them about my experience.
Hello, friends. You know that you can count on WEFS TV to provide programs that inform, inspire, and connect you with your community. But we can't do this alone. If you value independent, local, public television, please consider making a donation to WEFS TV today. Every donation makes a difference, regardless of the size. Visit WEFSTV.org and click on the Donate button to make your donation. Thank you for supporting WEFS TV, your community public television station.
Eastern Florida State College has a 2-year aerospace technology degree. We are the only school in the state of Florida that offers this degree. The program is taught by industry professionals. All of the instructors are currently employed or previously employed at NASA. The program manager was part of NASA for 35 years. So you're not getting just somebody that has a degree that's teaching you stuff about aerospace. You're learning from people that actually worked in the aerospace field or currently working in the aerospace field.
There's a lot of things you're good at. So what do you like to do that you want to do for the rest of your life?
And get paid.
At Eastern Florida State College, there's so many choices. With more than 100 career and technical programs to choose from, like aerospace and engineering technologies, aviation, welding, public safety, and more. There's definitely one you'll be good at. Learn at your own pace, in person, online, day or night.
What are you good at?
So come on, let's get started.
Build a successful career with a bachelor's degree from Eastern Florida State College. You can choose from nearly 25 tracks in today's top job fields of business, healthcare, and computer technologies, with classes tailored to meet your needs on campus and online. A bright future awaits you with a bachelor's degree from Eastern Florida State College. To learn more, visit easternflorida.edu/go/bachelors.
We're about to get underway in the second half in just a few moments. First, to break down the action from the first half, I want to ask my partner Zakari here on just who was the standout player from the first half action.
Well, the standout player, I'm going to go with, I wouldn't say switching my answer, but now we're going to talk about another standout player, Sean Register Jr. Ty. We're going to talk about him, Mr. Do-It-All, as I called him coming into this game, and that's exactly what he's been. 7 for 7 field goal shooting, 1 for 1 from 3, 15 total points, like I mentioned, quiet points. Hasn't really had any ISO situations, just simple dump-offs down low, fast break transition points. That's what Sean Register has been doing tonight. But talk about also on the rebounding end, 8 rebounds, 6 defensive rebounds, and 2 offensive rebounds for him And although most of his team is in foul trouble, just one foul for him.
Wow. Yeah, that's really something, partner. I can see why you wanted to highlight Register. I can't top that as far as a flawless shooting performance from the floor and then combining the 15 points, the 8 boards. But to point out somebody on Gordon State's side, I would go with Christian Burnett because with the 11 points, he's also added a few rebounds and 3 assists on 4 of 10, but he's played the majority of that first half. 17 and a half out of the 20 minutes. Did pick up a couple of fouls, so he's going to have to be a little bit more careful in this second half, not to be over-aggressive, which was a thing that we saw both teams doing, just with those active hands. You mentioned it multiple times in the first half of the broadcast. Swiping down, coaches emphasizing discipline for both Farrell and Schiefen on these two sides. Again, Gordon State 4-5 coming into tonight's matchup. Eastern Florida at 8-3, only the second meeting between the two schools ever. And the first one went the way of the Titans just last year, 87-66. A little bit more tightly contested so far tonight. Thanks to everybody for listening. The second half action's about to get underway. Again, I'm Ty Heckathorn. My partner, Zachary McKenzie, on the call with me tonight. This is the second and final game of Monday's action in the Eastern Florida Classic here in Melbourne, Florida at Titan Fieldhouse. Gordon State will start with the ball, down by 3.
This is where we get to see what the coaches maybe discussed during the timeouts, Ty. See what each team does differently.
Well, looking to get things set up here. Just awaiting our officials, as it appears. So, all the players out on the floor, fans in the stands applauding the readiness of both teams. Love to see the involvement of the friends and families at events like this. Zachary, a lot of fun coming up on the holidays, the support.
Definitely, Ty. It boosts the players' performance. It makes you feel good knowing that you have a crowd behind you, a good support system. And that's just how the Titans fan base does it. They like to support each other. They show it to all the events.
Yes, and big shout out for anybody tuning in back home for the action from Gordon State or East Georgia earlier, as well as those who made the trip down here to Melbourne, Florida. Beautiful place, beautiful time and time of year with, like you're saying, the love and support of friends and family members for these basketball players and coaches out here tonight. You see early feed down into the lane, hand trying to go in hard, but foul call going against Gordon State.
Now, Ty, that was good communication defense there from the Titans, and mainly Lana Agabalis. Very vocal there, calling out the screens, making sure his point guard didn't get hit on any of them, and even tracking the attempt there by hands.
Pulling up from outside and way off the mark was Lee there. Too strong, missing everything. Now Ekubla driving right, spinning around, finding a cutter in hand. Nice job down low, hand finishes. 1 point game. Titans now swing to the quarter. Acevedo Arroyo drives baseline, right-handed finish underneath. Way to put it in on the reverse lay-in.
Good patience on the fake and then the 1-2 step underneath the basket. And easy up and under for Arroyo.
We talked about the efficiency of Sean Register's scoring, but overall the two teams in the first half got out to a hot start shooting from the outside. Be interesting to see if it looks just as well for each team in the early going of the second half. That shot off the mark from Ekubla. Now Burnett, leading scorer for Gordon State in the first half, looking to get back after it. Attacking Wilson. Up fake, drawing contact. Did a nice job of getting his defender to bite on the pump.
Very reminiscent of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander there, Ty, waiting for the defender in the air and drawing the foul. As you notice, an offensive rebound went to Gordon State. Zach Farrell immediately noticed that and went to sub Ebiogo in the game.
Yes, he needs his size, and that big man who is, besides from Register, racking up the majority of the rebounds for the Titans in the first half. So he'll come in for Agbalis. And for Burnett, he sinks the first foul shot. surprised that it took this long for you to mention the free throw merchant himself, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know we were talking NBA basketball on the drive down, but first reference of him tonight. Burnett can't hit the second free throw. 49-47 Titans. Nice up fake on the half spin. Wilson with the quick feet. Nice move.
Like you mentioned, good move there by Wilson. Going to the rim, getting more contact. Continuing to get fouled in this game that is already riddled with fouls.
Yes, and Burnett picked up that foul call, his third personal, first team foul for Gordon State. Acevedo Arroyo kicks to the corner. Wilson drives again, right into the body of the defender. No call. The entire Titans bench stood up, wanting to whistle on that one. Didn't get it. Now Burnett, deep three, buries it from way downtown.
That was a good back and forth possession there, Ty, by the Highlanders.
No hesitation for Burnett either, though, Zakari. I'm surprised. Didn't have that much separation from the defender, but he was ready to launch.
Ty, he's not surprised. He's 39% three-point shooter.
Well, you know, I understand the granted permission to launch. We're near the Space Coast, you know, got Space Force Base, Patrick nearby, and Kennedy Space Center up the road. But see if we get a launch on a triple. We do on the other end. That's Lee throwing it up from the corner, but he gets swatted.
Talk about a turnaround, Ty, but the Highlanders have came out of that half very, very offensive, very energetic, really putting the pressure on the Titans right now.
We'll see if they can maintain that level of pressure or how much of an effect it has on the shooting. Right there, that pressure forcing another loose ball out of bounds. Baseline throw in for Wilson. Tyson Wilson looking for his big man, circling around the block. Instead, throw it outside. Acevedo Arroyo with the spin move, has it knocked away. This time it goes to the Highlanders. These active hands, defensive pressure, we were just talking about it, and it creates a turnover.
You're correct, Ty. Arroyo just threw it out a little too low there for Sean Register Jr., who maybe expected a chest pass. Arroyo opted for the bounce pass instead.
I don't know about you, partner, but I know I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some more high-flying action, some plays above the rim like we saw in the first half. Very exciting.
That's my favorite play this time. I'm definitely watching out.
Likewise, and now the foul call. Disbelief as the hands go up from the coaches and players alike on the Titans side. But Ogo picks up his second personal, second team foul, the 16:35 mark in the second half. Gordon State up by 1, 50-49.
Well, with Sean Register only having one foul and Ebiogo having two now, it seems to be the guards of the Titans who have picked up majority of the fouls in this one.
And Donovan Hand, a 76% free throw shooter, connects on the first. Substitutions on both sides. Shealy checks in for Gordon State. On behalf of the Titans, it is number 1, Nick Oliver. Yep. And number 12, Javon Yapi into the game. Both shots from the charity stripe are good. 52-49 now, Highlanders. Yapi brings it across. Ogo. Not even the high post, all the way out at the three-point line. Hands it back off. Yapi's got space. He pulls. Misses short on that three-point attempt. Kubla works it up ahead to Burnett.
Good jump shot there by Yapi if he saw his defender go under the screen.
Slowed the momentum. Burnett pulls up and hits from the baseline.
And Burnett welcoming Yapi to his personal island there, Ty. Got the isolation, started dancing a little bit.
Typically, I love being on the islands, partner, but not defensively. There, three ball is good. Nick Oliver connecting on the triple for the Titans. 6'5" freshman guard getting on the board for the first time in the second half.
And that was a big three by Nick Oliver, keeping the Titans in this one and stopping us from becoming too much.
Yes, the Highlanders had been on a run. Hand now turns and hits from the elbow over the outstretched arms of Ogo. Nice crossover move on a Kubla by Yapi. Now feed down inside, register, up and in. Sitting at 17 points now. That's a game high. 56-54. Once again, back and forth the action flows, just like we saw in the first half, Zakari. It's about to get good. Everybody strap in.
You are correct, Ty. An extremely offensive battle these two teams are about to put on in the second half.
Or at least one can hope. We'll see some fireworks. Hand now working on Ogo. Behind the back dribble. The right-handed push shot from the elbow.
Ty.
Nice touch.
Donovan Hand. No pun intended, Ty, but he has the hot hand right now. Two back-to-back baskets for Donovan Hand.
The hot hand, soft hands is a nice touch either way on that runner. Swung back outside, Yapi to Oliver. He has a hot hand. These guys are heating up like microwaves. 58-57, Highlanders stay on top by one. A fade away from the left side by Kubla, tightly contested, nice defense. Acevedo Arroyo.
Oliver begging for it to get another one, couldn't get it, but
Yuppie does from the right wing. Both teams lighting it up from behind the arc, Zakari.
Ty, we've been told multiple times, basketball is a game of runs. Titans, who were just down by 4, now up by 2.
Hand thinks about it, fires off the mark. A bit of a heat check perhaps for Donovan Hand. Now Register, he'll kick it back, swung around, back into Register, spin move with the left hand, a soft touch and a beautiful play.
Ty, did you see the pass?
I did. Excellent entry from outside. The vision and putting it right on the money, making it easy for his teammate to get the finish down low. Burnett now swings around. Now he makes a nice bounce pass. Swung back to Hand. How about the ball movement for the Highlanders? Tremendous passing on both sides.
That was some back and forth action right there, Ty. No look passes, continuous threes.
These offenses are executing at peak efficiency. We're going to break it down and everything else looking ahead. 13 minutes and 3 seconds left. 62-60 Titans. We'll be right back.
Hello, friends. You know that you can count on WEFS TV to provide programs that inform, inspire, and connect you with your community. But we can't do this alone. If you value independent, local, public television, please consider making a donation to WEFS TV today. Every donation makes a difference, regardless of the size. Visit WEFSTV.org and click on the Donate button to make your donation. Thank you for supporting WEFS TV, your community public television station.
Both teams come back to the floor, and my goodness, have we been treated to some phenomenal plays from both teams in the last couple of minutes. Zakari, you just said while we were off there that you thought that pass was one of the first ones you can remember in calling one of these games that actually caught you off guard. You were surprised by the skill and the timing of it. Run us through that last one real quick.
Ty, the way Javon Yappy looked at the left wing the entire time and then just threw a laser pass to the key with Sean Register in it. That just was peak perfection there by Javon Yappy.
It was a thing of beauty, and so was that by Tyson Wilson as he drives in down low and spins around on his man. Now he knocks it away from Burnett, but unfortunately it goes off the foot of Wilson last, I believe, because Yappy was bouncing up and down. He thought that he and his teammate had forced a turnover here. We're going to go right back into a break as we have a quick media timeout. We'll be right back. So 64-60, we were just talking about that last pass from Yapi down inside to register, and then a nice move. But then on the other end too, Kubla, Burnett, these guys are swinging the passes at a level in which I'd expect to see more like something at least at the G League, if not the NBA level. Just beautiful ball movement, finding the right man while limiting turnovers. The first game we saw on this doubleheader, just a little bit more out of sorts with the offenses than these two. These are firing on all cylinders. Now the deflection by Yapi. Right on cue as I'm talking up the passing that will, get poor inbounds and an easy deflection for Yapi. So changing to the inbounders, Christian Burnett now is going to throw in.
Yes, Ty, this second half feels more like a boxing fight than a basketball match. Just constant punches after punches from both teams. Eastern Florida did a good job weathering the storm, and as they came out of the half, not allowing the Highlanders to take the lead.
Well, they're not being able to pull away far, though, with shots like that from Kubla. Sophomore guard for the Highlanders, keeping it tight, 2-point margin. Register, drives baseline, kick to the corner. Wilson off the mark. Kubla crashes for the board. Up ahead to Burnett. He scans the floor, tries to get a mismatch. Now ball stop from Yapi. Drive. Has it knocked away. Kubla retreats to recover it. Titans doing a fine job in this defensive set. Kubla with a nice up and under on the fake. Can't connect, though. Looking up ahead, had a man in the corner. Register didn't see him. Now there it is, but that is going to be a charge drawn on Kubla. Yapi just caught driving in, couldn't control and stop himself. 11:25, we're going to step back away for about 30 seconds at this media timeout. 64-62 Titans. All right, so 11:25 in the second half. A long way to go. A lot can happen. But both teams, highlighted this second half has been the ball movement. Defense is attempting to apply pressure, getting up into their man, but just better job by the ball handlers to drive, kick, swing it around, just making the right decisions at the right time. Both coaches have to be pleased with that. Seen the effort and the intensity out of both sides.
You're correct about that, Ty. Like the saying goes, good defense, better offense. That's what's being played here by both teams.
Nice screen in the backcourt, but had it stripped away from behind. Wilson now has teammates. Oh, he was looking for the poster. I know you leapt out of your chair just now. Hold on, don't fall.
Ty, he took off.
He did. And he was looking for the leaner. Ladies and gentlemen, that would have been dunk contest worthy, but
that would have been dunk of the year worthy. Shades of John Moran Heat. So you were talking about spacecrafts early. He himself is a spacecraft just on his own. He took off just now.
Wilson was up into the stratosphere, but quick substitution, offensive foul call, ball back in the hands of the Highlanders. Burnett gets around Lee. Nice pass, now swinging around. Gordon State drive, and once again, Wilson, his hands, he just has impeccable timing of getting in there defensively and creating these turnovers, because with that strip, it gives the ball back to the Titans.
Good defense, like you mentioned, from the Titans here. Now they're starting to maybe poke at the ball without getting as much fouls as they were in the first period.
Tyson Wilson averaging over 2 steals a game. Sean Register, the leading scorer, with another bucket. Near 20 points tonight. Again, season average is over 24 a game. The FCSAA leader, 4th in the nation. And now a traveling violation on Gordon State. Greg Schiefen barking commands at his team. He's unhappy. Donovan Hand is going to come back in. He was off to a phenomenal start in this second half for the Highlanders. You had pointed it out. He had the hot hand earlier.
Titans have turned up the intensity on the defensive end.
Now a nice dump pass, and not coming away with the clean rejection that time for Chauncey Williams, as Register is going to get a shot for 2 at the line.
I know how that feels, Ty. That can be extremely annoying, especially when you have a good player like Sean Register, and you finally somehow get a stop on him, they blow the whistle.
Register perfect from the field so far. Now his first chances at the foul line. Good on the first. That is a pure-looking shot, Zakari.
He's a pure hooper, Ty. Out of Akron, Ohio. You know who else is a pure hooper out of Akron, Ohio?
I've never heard of one.
Me neither.
Yeah, Northeast Ohio, I don't think they're known for basketball players, right? Oh, except that one guy, there's LeBron James. Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he's all right.
I know you're not a big fan of him or anything. Nice job diving on the floor and coming away with it as Lee. Hustle play with the deflection, has the Titans bench fired up. We're going to get a timeout. Titans up 68-62, and we're getting into it here in Titan Fieldhouse. Back in just a moment. Zakari, what has been the difference in this second half for the Titans defensively?
It's definitely been the away day avoided foul trouble, Ty. Maybe by this time in the first period they were already up to 6 or 8 fouls. I'm not going to say 6, 7, but 6 or 8 fouls, Ty. So they've definitely found a way to avoid being in foul trouble while also playing great, tenacious defense.
And Register remains perfect from the floor as he gets the stick back. Yes, the disciplined defense of the Titans creating these turnovers. Once again, Hands trying not to get caught in the cookie jar is Lee, but he is pressing up into Burnett and now Williams. Hand there to set the screen, trying to help create some space. Spin move, he loses control of the ball. Hand will get it back, 5-on-1. Burnett gets fouled by Lee, not allowing the easy deuce. He comes down hard after the contact. Hard fall after going airborne there, Zakari.
Hard fall right there by Jibby Lee. I mean, by the Highlander player.
By Burnett.
Yes. Yeah, by Burnett. My bad. I couldn't get to his name. I meant hard foul there by Jibby Lee, trying to prevent an easy basket.
Yes, and he's back to his feet. Glad to see that. He's going to have 2 shots at the free throw line coming up with 9:23 to go. 70-62 ball game. Titans on top. Well, we were just talking about the fouls. That, though, the 5th team foul for the Titans. Only 2 for Gordon State in the second half. But the Titans have built what is their largest lead of the night up to this point. Burnett's first is good.
And Ty, don't let the night Sean Register and the Titans are having right now distract you from the fact that Christian Burnett is putting up a very, very good performance while trying to keep his team inside his game and give them the lead.
Yes, and Burnett, the leading scorer for the Highlanders, about 15 a game. gets both of his foul shots to go. Brings Gordon State back to within 6. EFSC's Yappy now circles around in the front court. Wilson, who has done an excellent job of driving in, penetrating through the defense, being pressed by Dion Williams right now. Yappy has space, instead dumps inside, register inside out game. Lee from the corner nails that tray.
They're feeling it now, Ty.
Yes, he is. Wilson again, all up in the face of a Kubla. Now he gets up into the grill of Williams. No call, and the alley-oop. Chauncey Williams, my goodness. We'll come back to that in a moment because we have this 3-ball up, around and out. Well, what a jam on the other end. Quickly, another. Oh, no, not connecting that time. Burnett tried to find Chauncey Williams. Couldn't get back-to-back slams, but Zakari, how about that last throwdown?
Ty, that last throwdown, it was impactful, it was powerful. Not only did it produce points, it swung the momentum kind of back to a neutral zone where the Highlanders wanted it. That was a great pass there by Burnett. And like we mentioned all night, Chauncey Williams, number 5, just an athletic freak, went up there and got it over a whole defender.
He is long, he is lean at 6'8", 190 from Miami. A turnover on the baseline inbound. Titan pull-up for Acevedo Arroyo is good. 75-66. Looking to put a stop to that momentum-changing play of Gordon State.
Smart decision there by the redshirt sophomore Arroyo.
Yes. Yes, it was. Now Hand having register all up in his space. Going to the floor. Foul going to be called. A little too handsy, the refs determined, but Hand also losing his footing. A little bit of a conversation being had between multiple players in the officiating crew near the free throw line. Just wanting some clarification on that last call. Fans and the benches both anxious to resume action, but we're going to get a brief timeout because we need to talk it over. 75-66, Titans on top, 7:52 to go in the second half. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hello, friends. You know that you can count on WEFS TV to provide programs that inform, inspire, and connect you with your community. But we can't do this alone. If you value independent, local, public television, please consider making a donation to WEFS TV today. Every donation makes a difference, regardless of the size. Visit WEFSTV.org and click on the Donate button to make your donation. Thank you for supporting WEFS TV, your community public television station.
So, Zakari, both teams talking it over. I imagine whether it's Coach Sheehan or Coach Farrell, they're both trying to emphasize just calm, composure, because the tension has been building in the last several minutes of this half. Excitement, both teams playing at a frenetic pace. We've seen incredible plays on both ends of the floor. Who stands more to gain from things settling down or more like directly slowing down the pace?
The Highlanders definitely stand more to gain. By the way the Titans play, they like to get on transition and run. That's a natural thing for this team. So slowing it down kind of goes against what they usually do. And they just want to run in transition. And they can't get a dunk in transition. They want a deep 3 or a pull-up 3. And you can't play fast with this team. They're going to lose. So it'd definitely be more in the favor of the Highlanders. So just keep the pace calm and quiet.
That's a good point, Zakari. And while you were mentioning that, we just had a lane violation on Tyson Wilson. So another shot here at the line for Donovan Hand. The Titans averaging over 90 points a game definitely do like to get out and run, whereas just about 78 points a game for the Highlanders. couple of great teams with great players have shown the capability to string a run together, but just have been unable to do so for a prolonged period of time. It's an 8-point advantage for the Titans, under 8 minutes to go. Nice crossover dribble by Wilson. Kick out to the corner. Buries it. That's Andino. David Andino on the board. Red shirt freshman guard from Puerto Rico.
Ty, if you compare the three-point attempts from now to in the first half, the comparison is crazy. The Titans have caught fire from deep as of late.
They have. Looking at passing up on it that time. Andino kicks it back to Wilson. Could have pulled out from the top of the arc, elected not to, and then ball deflected as Wilson tried to get it to Lee over in this corner. Three-point shooting, yeah, like you were saying, Zakari, didn't take long for them to get it going in the second half, and they have held on to that hot start.
That's what you have to do, Ty. Once you get hot, you got to maintain and keep the momentum going.
Keeping momentum going is all Sean Register Jr. knows how to do.
Sean Register Jr. has not missed a shot, Ty. If I ever have a son, he's being born in Ohio. Definitely, it's something in the water there. They produce amazing basketball players.
Well, obviously, you're talking about myself as well, having been born in Columbus, Ohio. I appreciate the inclusion. Naturally. Wilson, nice no-look. Right-handed feed is swatted from behind the chase down block by Chauncey Williams. And then looking to sneak from behind and getting a clean strip. Tyson Wilson didn't get it cleanly. So that's his third personal foul. And over the limit. So 1-and-1 opportunity here for the Highlanders. But a 13-point game, the largest lead we've seen for either side, Zakari.
And that spells bad news for the Highlanders because the Titans are on a roll and they don't seem like slowing down anytime soon, Ty.
No, so big free throws here for Shealy. And the freshman can't hit the front end, so coming away with it is EFSC. Wilson slows things down for the Titan offense. Gets it back and forth to Acevedo Arroyo. Lee has time. Nice pump fake. Dish and bailed out by the whistle. Register couldn't get the soft touch on the front end, but apparently some contact occurred down low. It certainly could have been there, but it wasn't much compared to what we've been seeing up to this point.
This is going to be the second time I reference him, Ty, but just like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, when you finally get a stop on them, the whistle is just there to help them out. Sean Register Jr., that was going to be his first miss of the contest, but it doesn't count as a field goal.
No, his first, not getting a miss from the field, but did get one at the free throw line. Actually, two as he comes up empty.
Very uncharacteristic
strike.
there. 78% free throw shooter.
Deep three from Burnett. He launched from way outside that time. No hesitation.
Sean Register Jr. is looking upon like a 22-point double-double right now.
That's not too bad, I think.
Not at all.
Lee this time wants it from outside. Off. Rebound from Williams. Now bringing it up as a Kubla. Goes around the screen. Swing it to the corner. Shealy buries it. And with that Jeremiah Shealy three, a timeout, Gordon State, as they're still down 10. 5:45 to go. We'll be right back. Gordon State with that triple, trying to recapture the momentum. What are they going to need to do, Zakari, to fully regain it and claw back as they still face a double-digit deficit?
Well, Ty, emphasis one, stop the deep threes. stop the threes in general. They can't keep allowing Eastern Florida to get these good looks from three. And emphasis, too, key in on Sean Register Jr. You need to completely neutralize him from the field.
Right on cue, a three ball is up off the mark from Wilson, but he was open. Gordon State scrambling in rotation defensively. Akubla with a nice drive, too strong, and Wilson pulls down a tough rebound.
He skied over about 3 people to get that one, the point guard.
Tyson Wilson's effort level tonight, I could say, is nearly unmatched by anybody in this game. This time, drawing a foul as he goes to the deck hard. Be helped up by his teammates, Lee and Register.
Number 8, Giovanni Akubla, has 4.
Quick huddle from Gordon State. They've got to figure things out. Time ticking away. Still 5 minutes to go. Is plenty to work with, but Wilson looking to extend a 10-point advantage for Eastern Florida. Short irons the front pair, the front end of the pair of free throws, and looking to split it now. Tyson Wilson is a 65% free throw shooter this year, Zakari.
Yeah, Ty, so this entire team shoots very good from the free throw line. Like we mentioned, that's the downside about how they were both in foul trouble, both teams at the start of the game.
Yeah, and when you have a team that shoots 78% from the foul line, it gives you kind of like a security blanket, because you can trust in the fact if they get into a foul game, late game situation, you know you have multiple guys you can turn to knock it down from the stripe. After that miss from Gordon State, Wilson falls down with it, throws it out to the corner. Chance to regather it, sewing it down. Register working in the post, drives in, loses it. Interesting to see if that goes down as a shot attempt or just lost the ball. Acevedo Arroyo.
You got to shoot it quick. He tried to set his feet, take his time. He didn't realize the shot clock is winding down.
Didn't release it fast enough. Shout out from the cheer squad down there, capturing the loose ball, getting it back to the ref. 81-70. Donovan Hand inbounds to Akubla.
Highlanders now have to score in this possession to keep the momentum in their favor, or at least swing it to their favor.
Tyson Wilson punches that one out. Gordon State at some point is going to have to look to get into their sets offensively with a bit more pace. Seem rather lax still at the moment. Nice take inside. Donovan Hand, second chance bucket, no good. And Wilson, another strong rebound. Up ahead, Acevedo Arroyo. Oliver, plenty of time. Can't hit on that triple, but the offensive board comes back to him. Tough, as players crashing down on top of him while he's laying in the restricted area of the paint. Ouch. Thankfully, everybody gets up and is walking off under their own power, but scary moment there. Came down hard.
Very scary moment there, Ty.
Thankful everybody's walking back to the benches just fine. We're going to have our under 4-minute media timeout. Back in 30 seconds. $81-70. Titans on top of the Highlanders here in Titan Fieldhouse. Once again, thanks to everybody here in the stands and at home listening and watching along as the Titans look to close things out in the final minutes against the visiting Gordon State Highlanders. It's been a lot of fun. Ty Heckathorn with my partner, Zakari McKenzie. We've just been pleased to be able to bring this action to you from Melbourne, Florida. thankful to be a part of this Eastern Florida Classic. Two very talented teams on display today. Zachary, we've been talking about Sean Register, talked about Ogo early in the first half. Let's focus on Gordon State now and who has been your standout player for them, or perhaps who could be the player that pulls them back into this one late.
Well, at first I thought it was going to be Christian Burnett to be the real standout player, and he has been. He's been doing his usual 15 points per game, applying pressure, getting a lot of assists. But I think Chauncey Williams, number 5, has been a good spark plug off the bench with a lot of defensive blocks, nice lobs. He's really been the spark plug and the energy provider for this team.
And Chauncey Williams is a great guy to mention, but getting the rebound off Oki's free throw miss, second chance opportunity, Donovan Hand, who's now at the line, hits the first one. 10 team fouls now for Eastern Florida. That puts them in double bonus. So Gordon State a quick warning from the officials there from Burnett and Register of Gordon State and Eastern Florida respectively. Hand's second half of the free throws goes down. 9-point game. But back to your point on Chauncey Williams' incredible play today, I just want to point out Donovan Hand and his effort, and particularly on the glass. Very active at both ends, but making a difference offensively for these Highlanders.
You're correct when you mentioned on the glass. Even at the start of this half, he had a little, like I mentioned, hard hand, keeping them inside this one, weathering the storm of the Titans.
Corner tray, off the back iron, but rebound, reset, Acevedo Arroyo. Another opportunity, Wilson, no good. Register this time, dribbled the ball on the baseline. The Highlanders just not doing a good enough job securing the defensive boards, because these second and third chance opportunities not only allowing the Titans to kill more clock, but just being able to add to their lead on the scoreboard.
You're correct about that, Ty, but fortunately for the Highlanders, the offensive rebounds the Titans get didn't result in any points. They've cooled down a little bit from the start of this half from 3.
They certainly have. Burnett with a nice turnaround effort. Doesn't get it to go down. Job straight up defense by the Titans there. Wilson and Ekublat dusted up a little bit near the half-court line. Trap coming, passing out of it, nicely done. Register at the lefty, and his first field goal missed of the game, but he keeps it alive. Once again, tapped back out. I just mentioned it on the last possession. Another chance for the Titans with these additional possessions. Wilson behind the back dribble, spin move, right hand finish, sinks it.
Their point guard has bailed them out a lot in this one here, Ty. Good play by him, good decision making.
Beautiful. And then on the other end, Highlanders can't secure the board, so 11-point lead for EFSC. Looking to hang on in the closing couple of minutes. Trap coming again. Wilson drives around it. Passes out to the corner. Acevedo Arroyo. He can't hit. Titans have gone cold from outside, but Gordon State has not responded and capitalized on the opportunity.
They have to make their move now, Ty. They have to go quick.
Good pass across to the corner. Yes, Dion Williams drives baseline and finishes. 9-point game. Gordon State gonna need to force EFSC into some turnovers here late if they're gonna try and come back from 9 points down. Lee has all day in the corner. He'll fire long, but once again tipped up and out. And the foul called very quickly on Burnett, because he was
number 3, Christian Burnett, his 5th.
He was just approaching, and it appeared that he was going to take the foul. He may have just laid a hand on him, but that's going to be still under the limit. Gordon State's got 4 team fouls in this second half, so it's a side out. Burnett has to check out of the game. Next foul, Zachary, if you get 2 team fouls in the final 2 minutes, automatically go to the charity stripe for 2. So that forces Gordon State's hand now. We were talking about it just a little bit ago. Free throw game being a security blanket with the high percentage that the Titans shoot it at, 78% as a team. They can lean on that late game situation.
You are correct on that. That's a good thing to lean on. And also another good thing to lean on is the clock. The clock is your friend. Just kill the clock. Be patient.
Looking to swing it around the defense. Titans doing a nice job of keeping it away, driving in the lane, not hitting the layup. Donovan Hand grabs the board. Less than 50 seconds. Gordon State needs to work fast. They need threes, but deflected by Acevedo Arroyo. Turnover. Wilson smartly circles around, dribbles out, and now foul issued on Dion Williams. That might do it, partner. 9-point game with 34 seconds. And so, beg your pardon, folks. I'd like to take back the last point on the 2 fouls inside the final 2 minutes under JUCO rules. Still a side out, but it's time to foul.
Foul number 4, Donovan Hand. His second,
Making sure Donovan Hand knew the officials saw it. He was taking it.
Yeah, that was a real intentional foul.
So now 7th team foul. This should be the 1-and-1. And the officials conferring with the scorers table. So it will be the 1-and-1 to the line.
Yep, now it's just routine here for the Florida Titans. Just have to drill these free throws, and it's a win for Eastern Florida.
Indeed, partner. Sink a few of these, and Eastern Florida can walk away with their 9th win in 12 games so far this season. Just shy of their scoring average of 90.8 so far. Still able to add to it. Unsuccessful on the front end. Highlanders having a push. Akubla passes up. Williams has it knocked away from him. Once again, amazing play. Wilson with the jam! Exclamation point on this victory. Eastern Florida, one more steal, one more opportunity. Wilson this time dribbles around to the corner. Sportsman-like finish for the Titans. We see the final seconds wane away.
That was some good sportsmanship right there, Ty, to not take the free basket or the free dunk by the Titans.
Yes, it was. And Zakari, what a fun afternoon and evening of basketball to call with you. 85-74 the finish. Just want to remind everybody, this is the Eastern Florida Classic here at Titan Fieldhouse in Melbourne, Florida. Admission is free to come and support the home side, the away schools. You can also find tomorrow's live streamed games on Eastern Florida State College Titans YouTube channel for more men's basketball action. Tomorrow, the 2 matchups will feature in the 2 o'clock window. Gordon State will be taking on Florida Southwestern. And then at 4 o'clock matchup, East Georgia will take on Eastern Florida here again in Titan Fieldhouse. 85-74, closing thoughts, Sakari, from tonight's game.
My closing thoughts, I felt that the Titans did a good job. Their game plan, they went to Ebi Ogo heavily to set the tone in the first half. May have gotten into foul trouble, disappeared a little bit in the second half, but that's when they relied on their leadership from Sean Register Jr., from Nick Oliver, Tyson Wilson, Jibby Lee to drain some threes. They relied on the three-point shooting of those guys to get them back in. And I would like to put a spotlight on Tyson Wilson, who did the little things this one, especially as a 6'2 point guard, rebounded the ball very well, assisted on a lot of shots, gave Sean Register almost owes him dinner after the easy buckets he was feeding him. So Tyson Wilson, he played extremely well tonight.
Well, we'll have to check back and see if he follows through on that dinner offer. But Tyson Wilson, yes, well-spirited, big-hearted effort out of the 6'2 sophomore guard tonight. And Sean Register almost flawless from the floor. Once again, the final, Eastern Florida 85-74 over Gordon State. For Ty Heckathorn and Zakari McKenzie, special shout-outs to our connections making this all possible, and Christine Wynn and Mike Parsons. I want to thank everybody here at Titan Fieldhouse in Melbourne, Florida. Safe travels, everybody getting home. Hope to see some of you back tomorrow. And early happy holidays from me here. Good night, everyone.